Welcome to Roseburg's Legion Field, home of the Dr. Stewarts and the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Coverage of this tournament game is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Let's head to the field.
And James Boog Leach.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com. It's nice to have you with us again this afternoon on a warm and muggy Sunday afternoon, and we've got an elimination. We have had an elimination game this morning, and now we've got a championship round game coming up here between the Corvallis Marketmen and the Dallas Dirtbags. Both of those teams winning on the first day, and so getting a chance here to move on to the championship round and try to stay unbeaten. Still a double elimination, so both of these teams are still with us even after what happens today. We're going to take a break and come back with your starting lineups. You're watching and listening to the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We're here until a champion is crowned. Follow every game from the state tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. And don't worry if you missed a game. Find our broadcasts archived online as well. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
All right, welcome back to Legion Memorial Field and Bill Gray Stadium, and the second day of our 2018 AAA American Legion State Baseball Tournament. And again, it's the Dallas Dirtbags and the Corvallis Marketmen, both of them picking up victories in the first round to move on in the championship bracket. The Dirtbags defeated Hillsborough 10-8 in a bit of a slugfest yesterday afternoon, and meanwhile, Corvallis came from behind in the bottom of the seventh inning to defeat host team Roseburg 4-3 and to advance to this championship round. Welcome to the broadcast today and watching online, 541radio.com. Glad you can be with us, and we'll take a look at our starting lineups. And we were a little bit late in getting them from Corvallis. Apparently the coach had to run back to the hotel room for something, and very late getting those, so we're going to kind of piece those together as we go on here. For the Dallas Dirtbags, the starting lineup today will have Blake Aratola, the center fielder, leading off. Derek Mabin, the shortstop, bats number 2. Anthony Zeller, the catcher, will hit number 3. Jackson Holstad in right field and batting cleanup. Jake Mabin at second base hitting 5. Tristan Fergus will bat number 6 and play at first base. Trevor Earhart is in the 7 spot in the DH. Braden Allison will bat number 8 in left field, and Peter Mendozona will hit 9 and play at third base. And on the mound for the Dirtbags, it'll be Eric Kester. He is a right-hander from Crescent Valley. Kessler, make that Kessler. It was spelled wrong somewhere. Maybe I just wrote it wrong. Anyway, Eric Kessler will be the pitcher for the Dirtbags. And for Corvallis, as we go down the lineup here, we're going to have to pick up the first names here because those were kind of got away from us here. It'll be Sean Little leading off, and he's the designated hitter. Azell Bumpus, the second baseman, will bat number 2. Grant Carley, the shortstop, will hit in the 3 spot. James Anderson at first base hits cleanup. Logan Williams, the catcher, will hit number 5. And in the number 6 spot, it is Kyle Killen, the left fielder. And at number 7, in right field, it is Ryan Hall. Batting number 8, the third baseman, Justin Doyle. And hitting number 9, the center fielder, it's Franklin Leonard. So there you have your starting lineups. And ready to get this one underway in championship round game. And to lead it off for Corvallis, the visiting team today in this one, coached by Evan Hilberg. Sean Little, the designated hitter. And Little will bat from the right side of the plate as he steps in. The Dirtbags in their orange jerseys and white pants today. Corvallis in the white pants and blue jerseys. And the first pitch is in there for a strike call. 0-1 to Little, leading it off, the designated hitter for the Corvallis Marketmen. Here's the next pitch to him. Just missed outside for a ball. That'll even the count up to him at 1-1. A ball and a strike. The wind and the pitch, and it's popped up towards center field. Under it is Blake Aratola, waiting for it to come down, and he's got it for out number 1. One away on the fly ball to center field. Brings up Azell Bumpus, this second baseman. Bumpus wearing number 19 on the back of the number 17 on the back of the jersey. He's from Corvallis High School, hits the ball into left field, and under it is Braden Allison waiting for it for out number 2. 2 fly balls to the outfield, and quickly 2 away here in the top of the first inning. And Corvallis will send up to the plate Grant Carley, the shortstop. He'll bat from the right side. And the windup, Eric Kessler throws, and it's over for a strike call, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch to the number 3 hitter in the lineup, on the way, and a slider on the outside corner for strike 2. And an 0-2 count as he jumps way out ahead on Carley. Here's a foul back to the screen, and the count will stay at 0-2. Two-strike pitch again, and it's popped up foul over the right side and out of play, and the count will stay there at 0-2 as that one lands in the stands and clanks around a little bit. Tim's Appliance Outlet Store has carloads of near-perfect refrigerators up to 70% off MSRP as that pitch is fouled out of play over the right side. Full factory warranties at Tim's Appliance Outlet Store. Corvallis Marketmen and the Dallas Dirtbags. And the pitch popped up into right center field. The right fielder, Holstead, is under it, and he'll make the catch. And each one of the outfielders gets a put out in the first inning, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Corvallis. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And we go to the bottom of the first inning with the score. Corvallis nothing, and the Dallas Dirtbags to come to bat. And you're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everhart, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Group, and Keller Williams on Corvallis.
We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Find more tournament information like scores, stats, game recaps, and updated schedules online at 541radio.com. Here's a look at the games on today's broadcast schedule. Remember, every game from the state tournament will be broadcast on 541radio.com. Tournament coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
All right, welcome back to Legion Field. We go to the bottom of the first inning, and to lead it off for the Dallas Dirtbags, Blake Aratola, the center fielder, and then Derek Mabin, the shortstop, and Anthony Zellner, the catcher.
At the bottom of the first inning, number 20, Blake Aratola.
Aratola steps in, the center fielder. First pitch to him, in for a strike. It's 0-1. And that pitch is fouled back to the screen for a strike, and it's 0-2 quickly on the leadoff batter, Ethan Krupp. Right-hander on the mound for Corvallis from Crescent Valley High School. Pitch is way outside, gets by the catcher Logan Williams and back towards the screen, 1-2. This game presented on 541radio.com by Virginia Everard. She'll work with any budget or life situation to help take you to the next step to selling or buying a house. Pitch is fouled off, and the count stays at 1-2 strikes. Umpire will take a look at the ball and make sure it doesn't have any big gashes in it. Gives it back to Krupp. Aratola had one hit in 3 tries in the game yesterday. Bounces the ball towards shortstop. Going to be a tough play, and the shortstop, Grant Carley, has it bounce off the back of his glove and will not be able to make a play. Well, it's going to be close, but it's going to be an error on the shortstop. On the leadoff batter, Blake Aratola, and the Dirtbags have the leadoff man on. And it'll be Derek Mabin, the shortstop, the batter, to step in. Waiting for the runner at first base to wrap his glove as tight as he needs it. And Ethan Krupp, right-hander on the mound, looks over towards first base shortly, just a couple of steps off. Here's the pitch, and it's bunted out and fouled off by Mabin for strike 1. Mabin in yesterday's game had one hit in 4 at-bats. He struck out, fly to center, single to left, and was safe on an error and scored a run. The Dirtbags' victory over Hillsboro. One strike pitch, and instead the throw goes over to first base, not in time over there. From the stretch, Krupp will check the runners. And kicks and throws, and the pitch goes way outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Franklin Leonard in center field playing straightaway. Although the infield end looking for a possible bunt. There's the stretch, the pitch, squares to bunt, bunts it back to the mound, got a chance at second, goes to first instead for the sure out, and got him there. So the sacrifice is good, and Aratola goes down to second. Score at 1-3 on the put out at first base, one away, and it brings up Anthony Zellner. Zellner, the catcher. And he went hitless yesterday, 0 for 2, but he walked and was hit by a pitch. Left-handed hitter. Here's the stretch, the pitch on the way, and a line shot into right field for a base hit. Might have a chance at the plate. The ball juggled out there, and the run will score. And it's an RBI single for Anthony Zellner, and the Dirtbags jump on top early. 1-0 Dallas, and it brings up the cleanup hitter, Jackson Holstad, right fielder. Here's the pitch, and a breaking pitch, or I'm not sure what kind of pitch that was, but it kind of tailed outside for ball one. Maybe just a fastball that had a tail on it. That pitch is outside. There goes the runner down to second. Got a shot at him, and he's out. A great tag by the shortstop, Grant Carley, who got the ball on the run, slapped the tag down, and just got the hind end of the runner diving in head first at second base. So Zellner is thrown out 2-6 for out number 2, and now 2 outs and nobody on with a run across in the first inning. And Holstad with a 2-ball count. The pitch to him, he pops it up to left field. Killen goes back for it, still going back, looks like he's not going to get it, and he doesn't. It's off the fence. That just carried, and over to third base goes Holstad with a stand-up triple. Well, the left fielder looked like he just kind of got turned around, Kyle Killen, and the ball just kept carrying and went over his head and went off the base of the fence, and Holstad gets a long triple to left center. And it would have been an RBI, except that Zellner had been thrown out just before that. So the runner at third base with Jake Mabin, the second baseman at the plate, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch on the way, and a fastball comes a little bit inside for a ball, 1-1. Holstad at third. And the pitch on the way, and it's in the dirt and outside for a ball, 2-1. Ethan Krupp getting the start today for Corvallis Marketmen. Running into a bit of a problem here early. The error has led to a run already, and the fastball on the outside. Whoa. Apparently that missed. It's 3-1. Looked pretty good. Here's the pitch on the way, bounced over the mound, behind the mound, and into center field for a base hit, and another run comes across. But it will be an unearned run because the inning should be over with that error on the leadoff batter. So it's an RBI single for Mabin, and it's 2-0 Dallas. So the Dirtbags strike first here in the bottom of the first inning, and the breaking pitch low and away for a ball, 1-0 to Tristan Fergus, the first baseman. From the stretch, Krupp throws, and it's, well, I was going to say that one was low and in the dirt, but it's called strike one. Apparently not as low as it looked from up here. 1-1, even up to Fergus. Definitely over. Here's the pitch, just about the same spot. That one's a little bit low for a ball. 2-1. Fergus is the sixth man to come to the plate in the inning. 2 runs across. The fastball comes way inside, goes off the glove of Williams, and down to second base goes Mabin. And that'll be a pass ball. Fergus looked like it hit him for a second. It was inside, but Williams reached in there and just had the ball go off the end of his glove. And the count to 3-1. Here's the stretch by Krupp again, and the pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss. Strike 2 make that. Full count now, 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes, and it's low and away for a ball. Just missed. And there's the first walk of the game for Krupp. That'll put runners at first and second, 2 away, and Earhart will come up, the designated hitter. And before that, we have a conference out on the mound. The catcher and one of the infielders, the first baseman, Anderson, comes over. Now we're ready to go. Earhart stands in from the right side. First and second, 2 away. Here's the first pitch to him, and he pops it into right center field. And coming hard, the center fielder won't get it. It bounces in front of him. A run will score, and it's 3-0. Maben, running on contact, scores from second base. Center fielder Franklin Leonard came in and thought about trying to go for it, it looked like, but then decided couldn't get there, and so he had to let it bounce in front of him. And it's an RBI for Earhart.
Number 9, Braden Allison.
And Braden Allison, the left fielder, will be the batter. There's a line drive into left field. That'll bounce in for a base hit. Another run will come across. And an RBI single for Allison. So 4 runs are in. It's 4-0 Dallas.
The next batter, number 2, Peter Mendozona.
And Peter Mendozona, the third baseman, will step in, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. So they bat through the lineup in this bottom of the first inning. Mendozona takes outside for a ball backhanded stop by Logan Williams, 1-0. Marketmen digging a big hole for themselves here in this one. 4-0 on 5 hits and 1 error. Fastball over, but must have been a little bit high. Ball 2. 2-0. Stretch by Krupp and the pitch, fouled straight back, strike 1. A little bit warmer today, or it feels warmer anyway. It's only 86 right now, but the humidity is a little worse today, and we're starting to get some of that smoke to drift in the Umpqua Valley that's coming up from down south of us. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Called, strike 2. Caught the outside corner. It's even at 2-2 to Mendozona. Wearing the orange jerseys today, the Dirtbags, and a curveball slips and goes behind him, and the count will be full at 3-2. Top of the order due up next. Blake Aratola led off the inning with safe on an error, and that started it. Three and 2. The runners will take off with the pitch. 4 runs across an inning, 2 away. Here's the stretch, and Krupp throws. It is over, but apparently low for ball 4, and that will load the bases. Second walk of the inning for Krupp. Earhart goes to third, Allison to second, and Mendozona on at first base. And back to the top of the order with Blake Aratola. Krupp with a windup, and the pitch on the way, and it's fouled off the fist and back to the screen, strike 1. Little Caesars has online ordering and an easy-use app. Check out online ordering with Little Caesars. Here's the pitch. Ooh, tough strike zone, a little bit inside for a ball. 1-1. Got to figure out where the strike zone is. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled back to the screen. Strike 2. Couple of walks, an error, and 5 hits in the inning. 4 runs for Dallas. They lead it 4-0. Here's the pitch on the way and way outside for a ball. 2-2. Outfield swings around to the right a bit for Aratola to play him to hit late. He was safe on the ground ball to shortstop to start this inning. Grounds it back to the mound this time, and the pitcher Krupp gloves it and runs it over to first base and flips it to the first baseman Anderson, and that'll retire the side. So Aratola is out 1-3, and finally the first inning is over, and Dallas goes down, but not before they come up with 4 runs on 5 hits, an error, and leave the bases loaded. So we go to the top of the second with a score: Dallas 4, Corvallis nothing. And you're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion State Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
For Dallas in the first inning, they
You're watching coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Broadcast coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians.
for Corvallis. Number 23, first baseman James Anderson.
Back at Legion Field, we'll go to the top of the second inning, and leading off for Corvallis Marketmen, it'll be number 4 in the batting order. James Anderson, the cleanup hitter and first baseman. Right-handed hitter, takes the first pitch low, bounces underneath the catcher and off of the umpire and right back to the catcher. Zellner turned around, and there it was, sitting right by the umpire's feet. 1 ball count. And the pitch sails high for ball 2, 2-0. So a long first inning for Dallas, and they get 4 runs on 5 hits. All started with an error. A breaking pitch down the middle for a strike. It's 2-1. Eric Kessler on the mound for Corvallis. Ready quickly and fires, and it's over, but apparently a little low for ball 3. Pretty close pitch. Didn't miss by much. Here's the pitch to him, and that is just outside for a ball. And Anderson will go to first base on the walk. And that'll bring up Logan Williams, the catcher.
Number 5, Logan Williams.
Williams takes a look down at third base coach, steps in the right-hand batter's box. In the outfield, playing him just pretty much straight away all the way around. Down by 4, probably not bunting here, and he takes a fastball high for a ball. 1-0 to the catcher, Logan Williams. First walk and first base runner given up by Kessler on at first base. Anderson gets his lead there. Here's the pitch to Williams, and he hits it into left field, and right under it is Allison, right in the right spot, and he catches it for out number 1. Anderson back to first base, and Kyle Killen, the left fielder, will step up. Tall right-handed hitter. "87 degrees and smoggy looking sunshine here in Roseburg today." Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Killen started to swing at it and tried to hold up, but it was on the corner anyway. And he falls behind on the count, 0-1. Corvallis with some catching up to do here, down by 4 already after the bottom of the first inning. Kessler checks runner at first and fires, and it's way outside for a ball, 1-1. Brian Hall, the on-deck hitter for the Marketmen. Flag in center field, just completely still right now. Not a breath of wind. Here's the pitch, grounded hard to shortstop. Could be two. Over to second for one and back to first. Easy double play, and the inning is over. 6-4-3, and that'll retire the side for Corvallis in the top of the second inning. They get no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. And we go to the bottom of the second inning with the score still. Dallas 4 and Corvallis nothing. And you're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion State Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We're here until a champion is crowned. Follow every game from the state tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. And don't worry if you missed a game. Find our broadcasts archived online as well. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
All right, leading off for the Dirtbags in the bottom of the second, Derek Mabin takes the first two pitches for a ball, and it's 2-0. And the next one comes in high for ball three, and quickly Ethan Krupp is way behind on the count, 3-0. Anthony Zeller on deck, and then Jackson Holstad after that. Back to the top of the batting order after they batted around in the first. The 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Mabin with a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Hits the ball high into left center field. Long run for it. They won't get it. It bounces and rolls to the warning track. Down to second base goes Mabin. Here he goes for third, and he will go in there sliding, but the ball got away from the cutoff man, and there was no throw. So a triple for Mabin to deep left center field, and the Dirtbags get their second triple of the game and their sixth hit. And with a runner at third, the coach comes out from the dugout, heading out to the mound for Corvallis.
Don't forget to head on down to the
Get ready for hunting season with Sportsman's Warehouse. They carry gear, rifles, ammo, and bait, and anything you need for your next hunt. Get to Sportsman's Warehouse and take it outside. And they're going to make a pitching change here right now. And so Ethan Krupp is done for the day. And we'll find out who the new pitcher is when we come back. And 4-0 as we head to the bullpen. It's Dallas over Corvallis, and we'll take a break. You're watching the coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion State Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Find more tournament information like scores, stats, game recaps, and updated schedules online at 541radio.com. Here's a look at the games on today's broadcast schedule. Remember, every game from the state tournament will be broadcast on 541radio.com. Tournament coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
Back at Legion Field in Roseburg, the new pitcher is Hunter Johnson, who comes in for Corvallis in relief of Ethan Krupp. Krupp goes 1 inning plus 1 batter, and he gives up 4 runs so far, and the runner at third is his responsibility. None of the runs have been earned. No strikeouts and 2 walks, so a tough outing here. He gives up 6 hits, but that first inning all started with an error. And he should have been out of it with no run scoring. But the roof caved in after that, and Dallas came up with 4 runs on 5 hits in that first inning. And now with a runner at second and nobody out, it'll be Anthony Zeller, the first man that Hunter Johnson faces. Johnson from Crescent Valley High School, just graduated this spring. And Anthony Zeller will step in. Left-handed hitter for the Dirtbags from Dallas. Zeller went 0 for 2 in the game yesterday. First pitch to him is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Ready for the pitch. Johnson ready, delivers. Curveball is over for a strike, 0-2. Zeller with a single to right field his first time up, and then got thrown out trying to steal second. Drove in a run with that base hit. 0-2 pitch, popped up on the third base side. Doyle goes back for it. Now the shortstop comes over and he'll catch it right on the foul line, and the runner has to hold it third. So it'll be an F6, 1 away. And Jackson Holstad, the right fielder, tripled his first time up. Left-handed hitter, and he hit it a long ways to left center. Stands in and wears number 11 on the back of the orange jerseys for the Dirtbags. Here's the first pitch to him. A slow curve is, boy, it looked good. Just outside, ball 1. I guess outside, maybe a little high. Holstad takes another one just a little outside, ball 2. Holstad was safe on an error and scored, popped to short, grounded to short, and had a single in yesterday's win. Left-handed hitter, 2-0 count to him. Johnson throws, and the curve is a little low for a ball, 3-0. Johnson throwing a lot of breaking pitches to this cleanup hitter. There's the wind, and Hunter Johnson throws. It's inside, and I think it hit him for ball. It would have been ball 4, but it'll be a hit batter. And Holstad goes to first base. Maben remains at third.
Now batting second baseman number 7, Jake Maben.
Now Jake Maben, the second baseman. He had a single and drove in a run and scored 1 in the first inning. Dallas leads it 4-0, 4 runs on 5 hits. Maben had 1 hit in 4 tries yesterday. Here's the first pitch to him. It's outside for a ball, 1-0. Johnson checks the runners at first and third. And the pitch on the way. It's in the dirt. Dug out by Williams. It'll be 2-0. Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians is a proud sponsor of local sports in Douglas County and helping bring you Legion State Baseball Tournament action at 541radio.com. 2-0 count to Maben. Johnson looks at third, back at first. And on the way to the plate, and it's low and inside for a ball, 3-0. In danger of loading the bases with 1 out and runners at the corners. Still not a breath of wind here. Flag in center field just hanging straight down. Here's the pitch, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. 3-1. Holstad walked on, actually had 4 straight pitches out of the strike zone, but got hit by the 4th one. And now a 3-1 count to Mabin. And Johnson fires, the runner goes and is called strike 2. No throw down to second base. So second and third, and 1 out. Dallas threatening again, and here comes the pitch, and it's hit to left field. Long run for the left fielder, Killen, and he won't get there. Runs it down in the corner, 1 run across, 2 runs across, and down to second base goes Mabin with a 2-run double. So add 2 to that total, and it's now 6-0. The Dirtbags on top. And threatening to make it a blowout.
Up next, number 17.
Tristan Fergus, the first baseman, was the batter. He walked and scored in the first. Fergus yesterday had a double and an RBI and scored a run and also walked once. 1 for 2. Right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch from Johnson on the way. Low one outside. Backhand stop by Williams. Still just 1 away, and Mabin out at second base after the 2-run double to the left corner. So we've had a triple and a double in this inning and a hit batter. Johnson looks at second, comes to the plate. High pop-up, third base side. Justin Doyle goes back for it. Now the shortstop comes over. Long run, and he overruns it. And it'll fall in foul territory for a strike. So the count will go to 1-1 on Fergus, and that was a tough play for both of them. Straight up in that sun, and you just kind of got the feeling neither one of them was going to run that ball down. But Doyle at third base overran the ball. And then Grant Carley coming over, got close to it, but I don't think either one saw it very well. 1-1 count. And Johnson, long look at second base, and now he's going to step off. Tim's Appliance Outlet Store at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. You can get lots of great appliances there. Tim's Appliance and Mattress, helping bring you Legion baseball today. Here's the pitch, and it's low and outside, ball 2. Johnson struggling with the strike zone, and when he has brought it in, he's got it ripped. One out in the inning, runner at second base. Bouncing ball foul down the third base side. Count goes to 2-2. Derek Mabin scored ahead of that double, and that would be the 5th run for Krupp. And the only earned run. Johnson ready with a pitch. Looks down at second. Now he turns that way and doesn't throw. So Krupp's final totals would be 1 inning pitched, 5 runs, 1 earned, no strikeouts, 2 walks, and 6 hits. Here's the pitch, and that's low and outside for ball 3. 3-2. Struggling to get the ball in the strike zone, but he's full on the count, 3-2, and just trying to get it out. Trying to minimize the damage. Here's his pitch. That's grounded foul on the third base side off the fence beyond the dugout, just past the Dirtbags dugout. Count stays full, 3-2. Tristan Fergus with a walk and a run scored earlier in the game, in the first inning. Right-handed hitter, leans out over the plate a little bit. Johnson turns around and fakes a throw down to second base, but nobody covering. The shortstop, Grant Carley, way over to the left, playing in the hole to pull the ball. And there's a big gap between him and second base. Second baseman Bumpus holding the runner on a little bit, now makes a motion over that way. And Johnson looks down there, taking a long time. Now he throws and he misses outside, ball 4. Two runs already across an inning, and now runners are at first and second, and still just one out. And that brings up Treve Earhart. The first baseman, he singled in a run in the first inning. And right-handed hitter comes on with runners in front of him. First and second, the infield back looking for a double play ball. Pitch is on the way, and it's grounded at third, and over the third baseman, Doyle, and into left field. And here comes one run for the plate. The throw comes in, but it won't be in time. And it'll be a high-bouncing RBI single for Earhart to make it 7-0. Jake Mabin coming in to score from second for the third run of the inning.
Next batter, left fielder, number 9, Braden Allison.
And the Dirtbags are piling them up, 7-0. And there is a 10-run rule after 5 innings in this game, so you have to kind of keep that in mind here too, if that becomes a factor. Braden Allison steps up. He's a left-handed hitter. Johnson looks down at second, throws to the plate, a swing and a miss, strike 1. Hunter Johnson in relief of Ethan Krupp came on after one batter in this inning, and he's faced 5 already. Here's the pitch, and that's popped up in the infield. That's an infield fly. The batter is out. And doesn't matter if he catches it or not, but the shortstop Carley does. And there are 2 away.
Next batter, third baseman, Peter Mendozona.
Try Little Caesar's large one-topping extra most bestest. It has the most toppings of all the major pizza chains at Little Caesar's. Peter Mendozona walked his first time up, steps in. Number 9 hitter in the lineup takes a strike call, 0-1. Beautiful Legion Memorial Field here, looking great for this state tournament. From the stretch, Johnson delivers, and it's on the inside corner for strike 2. Mendozona walked in the first inning. Oh, 0-2 count to him, 2 away, runners at first and second. Mendozona trying to protect the plate or put the ball in play somewhere. Here comes a pitch to him, and he grounds it towards shortstop. A backhand, a throw to third, and he got him at third base. And Tristan Fergus goes down hard, face first, and I don't know if he's just angry at himself for not sliding or if he actually got hurt over there. But he is out 6-5 for out number 3, and that'll retire the side. Mendozona gets a fielder's choice, and in the second inning for the Dirtbags, they get 3 more runs. And let's total them up. 1, 2, 3. Single, double, and triple. 3 hits in the inning. There were no errors. And 2 left on base. And our score after 2 complete, it's the Dallas Dirtbags 7, the Corvallis Marketmen nothing. We'll be back with the top of the 3rd coming up. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion State Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
You're watching coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Broadcast coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians.
Ryan Hall for Corvallis leads off the 3rd inning and takes the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0 to Hall, the right fielder, up for his first time. Corvallis has had the minimum number of batters here in the first 2 innings. A pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. They had a walk to James Anderson in the 2nd, but then he was erased on a double play. So they've had 6 batters in 2 innings. That's a little inside, says the umpire, for ball 2, 2-1 to Hall. Ryan Hall, the right fielder. And Eric Kessler, the wind and the pitch. That's downstairs for a ball, 3-1. He's ready, and Kessler delivers, bounces the ball in the hole into left field for a base hit. And there's Corvallis' first hit of the game. A single to left for Ryan Hall. And Justin Doyle will come up with a runner at first and nobody out. And Corvallis trying to put together some kind of rally here, trailing by 7 runs. This game presented on 541radio.com by Virginia Everard. She'll work with any budget or life situation to help you take the next step to selling or buying a house. First pitch to him is outside for a ball, 1-0. Hall at first base on the leadoff single. Gets a short lead there. Kessler out of the stretch and fires, and the ball's popped up behind the plate and out of play. Strike 1. Pretty good crowd here this morning for this Corvallis-Dallas game. Lots of folks from out of town coming. 1-1 count to Doyle. Here comes the pitch to him, and he hits it into right field, and that is going to be caught by the second baseman, Maiden, and throw to first base, and he doubles him off. Ryan Hall was just kind of caught in a tough situation. It looked like the ball was going to drop at first, but Jake Maiden got over there quickly and made the catch, and the quick throw to first base and doubles him off, and Ryan Hall as he raced at first base for the second out. So 2 outs and nobody on, and Franklin Leonard takes the first pitch in for strike 1. So still the minimum number of batters for Corvallis. And that pitch misses inside for a ball, 1-1. A ball and a strike on Leonard, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, and he swings and misses, strike 2. So we've got number 22 at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We need a ball here, and we've got 2s all the way across the board. 1-2 pitch. Kessler gets ready, and then The hitter, Leonard, calls time and steps away. Little bit of breeze picking up here at Legion Field for the first time. That ball's hit into right center field, and that's hit well, but the center fielder, he dropped the ball. Aratola got, or did he catch it? I guess he caught that. I thought it'd come out of his glove, but he catches the ball in right center, and Leonard goes down on the fly to center field. And that will retire the side in the third, so Corvallis goes down with no runs. They get their first hit of the game, no errors and nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the third with a score, Dallas 7, Corvallis nothing. And you're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups in Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
They are streaming all the games.
We're here until a champion is crowned. Follow every game from the state tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. And don't worry if you missed a game. Find our broadcasts archived online as well. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
Pitch. Oh, shoot. Back at Legion Field in Roseburg, Blake Aratola leading off for Dallas, and he rips one to left field and goes all the way down to second base for a stand-up double. And Aratola gets his first hit of the game and starts off the third inning right where they left off in the first and second. He was safe on an error and scored a run in the first inning and grounded back to the mound in the first inning, so this is third time up, and he's got a run and a double. And the Dirtbags have a runner at second base with nobody out. I see the umpire down at third base giving a safe sign there, but I'm not sure what he was signaling. Maybe they had appealed that he'd missed first base bag, but apparently not. And Derek Mabin is the batter. He had a triple last time up to start off the second inning. Here's the pitch to him, and he takes it a little bit high for a ball, 1-0. Hunter Johnson in relief of Ethan Krupp. Came on after one batter in the second inning. On the inside corner for a strike call, 1-1. Blake Aratola at second base, leading off the third with the double. The ninth hit of the game for the Dirtbags. Johnson with the stretch, checks the runner at second base. Not a big lead, throws to the plate. On the inside corner, strike two call. 1-2. Mabin with a sacrifice bunt in the first inning, and then a triple in the second and scored a run. One-two pitch. Johnson very deliberate. Here comes the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Good stop by Williams behind the plate. Runs the count to 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, and nobody out with the runner off at second base. Double look down there, now to the plate, and it's low and bounces by the catcher. Williams back towards the screen, and the runner, Blake Aratola, thought about trying it, but decided, nah, that would be kind of a big chance, so he didn't do it. And the count runs to 3-2 on Derek Mabin. Left field is about 302 here at Legion Field, 306 to the right field fence, the right field foul pole. The wind and the pitch on the way, grounded to shortstop and scooped up, and now they got the runner off at third in a rundown. Over to the third baseman Doyle, throws it away at the plate, all the way to the backstop, and the runner was going back to third, and he doesn't score. But Derek Mabin goes on down to second base on the overthrow. So the error will allow Mabin to advance a base. Boy, they did everything right there except the throw to the plate just sailed over the catcher's head and back to the screen. So no run scores. It'll be a fielder's choice for Mabin, and then he advances on the error to down to second base. Anthony Zellner, the catcher, is the batter. He's 1 for 2, a single and a pop out to shortstop. Runners at second and third, and a pitch to him, bounced foul on the first base side towards the dugout. And it's strike one. Warm, muggy day here in the Umpqua Valley. Up to 89 degrees now. We're getting into the 90s today, it looks like. One strike pitch, bounce to first base, backhand stop by the first baseman Anderson, steps on the bag for the out. Good play by James Anderson at first base. 3 unassisted for Zellner, 1 away, and the runners hold their positions. Aratola at third and Mabin at second. Now left-hand hitting Jackson Holstad steps in. He's 1 for 1. He's scored twice, a triple, and hit by a pitch. He was the batter that was hit by the pitch. Tries to hold up, and I thought he fouled it off. Catcher, I think, thought so too, but he peeled down to third base, and the umpire said no. And it's ball 1. Number 11 at the plate. 1 ball and no strikes and 1 out. There's the wind and the pitch on the way. Strike call, and we've got ones all the way across the scoreboard. 1-1 at bat. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. But on the score, it's 4 runs in the first and 3 runs in the second for Dallas, and they lead 7-0. Johnson throws, and the pitch is bounced out in front of the plate. Looks at third, throws over to plate, back to the plate, and a run scores. They get the out at first. The pitcher Johnson looked over at third and fired to first base to get the out there, but the runner Aratola took off, and he gets in safely at the plate. And Mabin goes on to third. So Holstad is out 1-3 for the second out. But I guess you give him an RBI on that one.
Next batter is the second baseman.
And Jake Mabin will be the batter. He's the second baseman, singled and doubled. 3 RBIs already in this game. Scored twice. Pretty good start. So make it 8-0. Dallas leads it. And Hunter Johnson will work out of the windup with the runner at third base and 2 outs. He throws, and it's outside and low, ball 1. Mabin was 1 for 4 yesterday in the first game of the tournament for Dallas. 2 for 2 in this one. Pitch to him, hits it into left center field, and right there is Franklin Leonard waiting for it to come down, and he's got it for out number 3. And that'll retire the Dirtbags in the third inning. They go down with 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 1 left on. And we will go to the top of inning number 4 with the score now. Dallas 8, Corvallis nothing. And you're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Find more tournament information like scores, stats, game recaps, and updated schedules online at 541radio.com. Here's a look at the games on today's broadcast schedule. Remember, every game from the state tournament will be broadcast on 541radio.com. Tournament coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
Well, Dallas has scored in every inning so far, 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and Corvallis has had a couple of base runners but not been able to move anybody around. And then we go to the top of the fourth inning with the Dirtbags leading 8-0 and threatening to make this a 10-run game if the Marketmen don't get something going here pretty quick. Top of the order, Sean Little leads it off, up for his second time, as he takes the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Little fly to center first time up. And Eric Kessler winds and fires on the inside corner for a strike call. Little is the DH, heading in place of the pitcher. Kessler winds and fires, and a breaking pitch low and away for a ball, 2-1. Out of Crescent Valley High School, Eric Kessler. Eric ready and fires the pitch a little bit high for a ball, 3-1. Corvallis got a run in the second with a leadoff man on a walk, a runner in the third with the leadoff man on a single, and both times they were doubled off. Ground ball towards third, gets by the third baseman, scooped up by Maiden. The throw to first not in time. And there's hit number 2. And for the third inning in a row, they get the leadoff man on. Sean Little gets an infield single.
Batting next, the second baseman is Azell
And
Bumpus.
here's Azell Bumpus, the second baseman. Bumpus will bat from the left side of the plate. Fly to left field his first time up. Stats, the official tournament stats show that he had 3 hits in 4 at-bats in yesterday's game, 3 singles, and 1 RBI. Took the first pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Bumpus stands in. Kessler checks the runner and fires, and it's low for a ball, 2-0. Corvallis with no runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. Dallas 8 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Fastball looked like it was right down the middle, and it's called ball 3. But Bumpus is not going to swing at it as long as the umpire's calling it a ball. 3-0 count to him. Runner at first base, Sean Little, getting a little lead. Now he moves off a little farther. Here comes the pitch, and that's on the outside corner for a strike call. 3-1. And the Marketmen looking to get that spark they need to get a little rally going, down by 8 runs. And the pitch is low and inside for a ball, and they get 2 runners on for the first time in the game. Little goes down to second base, Bumpus to first, and Grant Carley, the shortstop, will step in. And quickly, here comes the coach out to the mound for the Dirtbags to talk to his right-hander. Tim's Appliance Outlet Store has carloads of near-perfect refrigerators up to 70% off MSRP with full factory warranties. Tim's Appliance Outlet Store. Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians is a proud sponsor of local sports in Douglas County and happy to bring you Legion Baseball on 541radio.com.
Next batter for Corvallis, shortstop Grant Carley.
Carley steps in from the right side. 0 for 1 in this game. Grant Carley. And Kessler ready, looks down at second, throws to the plate, squares to bunt, but takes it over for a strike. And I think just taking a pitch there, not really serious about bunting. We'll see in a second, I guess, if he squares around again. 0-1 count to him. And Kessler with runners at first and second behind him and nobody out. Got the makings of a big inning. That's hit into center field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Runner goes to third and stops there. It was pretty shallow, and they're not going to try to score him. The ball gets away on the throw back in, but bases are loaded and nobody out. So 2 hits and a walk for Corvallis. And the Marketmen have something going here. Batters James Anderson, the cleanup hitter, has a walk and then was doubled off on a 6-4-3 double play. Had 1 hit in yesterday's game, and that was a single. Or I should say last night's game against Roseburg. Here's the pitch to him, and he takes a breaking pitch way outside, ball 1. 0-1. He'll be followed by Logan Williams, the catcher, who waits in the on-deck circle. Kessler staring in for the sign. And finally has the one he wants, and here it comes, and it's high for ball 2. Bases loaded, no place to put him, so he's got to come in with a strike at 2-0. Anderson might be taking another one, but a cleanup hitter up there, you might give him a shot here if it's down the middle. Here it comes, and it's way inside. Backs him off the plate, and it's a 3-0 count with the bases loaded and nobody out. So he'll be taking this one, I'm sure. Though I've been wrong before. Bases jammed up. Here comes the pitch, and it is low and outside. Ball 4, and a run comes in. So Anderson gets the walk and an RBI, and it is now 8-1. As the Marketmen finally get a run across, and they still have a big opportunity to get more. With Azel Bumpus at third, Grant Carley at second, and James Anderson now at first base, and Logan Williams, the number 5 hitter, comes up. Williams flied out to left field in the second inning in his only try at the plate. Takes a little time before he steps in, moves a little dirt around, plants that right foot, waves the bat around, and Kessler staring in for the signs from his catcher, Anthony Zellner. Fires, and he sails a fastball up high, ball 1. Try Little Caesar's large one-topping extra most bestest pizza. It has the most toppings of all the major pizza chains. One-0 count to Williams. The pitch is over for a strike, about belt high. 1-1. Corvallis and Dallas in the winner's bracket today. Breaking pitch misses outside, ball 2. Two and one to Williams, who has a chance to bring the Marketmen a little closer if he can drive in a couple here with a base hit. Here's the pitch to him, and that's over at the knees for strike two, 2-2. Smoke starting to shade out the sun now here at Legion Field a little bit. Or actually dimming it a little, I guess. 2-2, the count to Williams. Bases loaded, nobody out. He swings and fouls one back, and that was probably ball 4. That was up around his eyes. But he stays alive, and he has another chance up there. Eric Kessler, in the first trouble he's been in this game, gave up a single to Sean Little, a walk to Azell Bumpus, and then a single to Grant Carley and a walk to James Anderson. And that's low and away for a ball, and the count is full, 3-2. Boy, if you're Williams, you're licking your chops and thinking this one is going to be right down the middle. 3-2 pitch on the way, and it is high, ball 4, and he walks in another run. Azell Bumpus comes in from third, and that'll make it 8-2. And the base is still loaded with nobody out, and Kyle Killen will be the batter.
Batting next for Corvallis, left fielder.
A catcher goes out to talk to him and has some advice like, there is no defense for a walk. They can't help you if you don't throw the ball over the plate. Killen grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the second inning, so he's 0 for 1. First pitch to him, bounced foul to the third base dugout, just beyond the dugout and off the fence for strike 1. Four teams in the tournament from Area 3 and 2 from Area 4. Ball's popped up on the right side, and that'll carry back into the stands. And look out. Ooh, one of the kids over there in a uniform going after the ball and almost ran right into it as he stumbled and just about took that ball right in the face. But he's okay. Everybody's good. 8-2, Dallas leads. Bases loaded, nobody out for Corvallis. They've got 2 across already in the inning as Eric Kessler looks in for the sign. And he throws, and it's high for a ball, 1-2. Breaking pitch stayed upstairs. Kyle Killen trying to drive in a couple more. Kessler taking a lot of time out on the mound. Here's his pitch, and that's popped foul over the screen and out of play, and the count stays at 1-2. Logan Williams drawing the walk. He's at first base. James Anderson drew a bases-loaded walk. He's at second. Grant Carley with a single is at third. And Azell Bumpus and Sean Little have scored already. Still nobody out. 1-2 pitch. On the way, and it's over, strike 3 call. Got fooled on that one and took one on the outside corner, and there's one away. The first strikeout for Kessler. Bases loaded with 1 out, and Ryan Hall is the batter. Hall had a single his first time up against Kessler. And then he was doubled off. Kessler's taken a long time. It finally gets set, and now the hitter, Hall, steps out. Now they're ready. Kessler throws, and a breaking pitch is outside. Ball 1. The Marketmen have 2 hits in this inning, 2 walks, and 2 runs. Bases loaded. Here comes the pitch. Over at the knees on the inside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Pitch to him is a little bit inside for a ball, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Runners get their leads. The pitch is popped into left center field and playing shallow. Allison makes the catch and throws it back in and no advancement. So Hall is out on the fly to left field, so that's the second out. And Allison had him played just right. 2 away and the base is still loaded. And if Kessler can get out of this with only 2 runs scoring, it's kind of a magic act. He's done a really good job if he can do that. Justin Doyle will be the batter. He popped out into a double play in the 3rd inning. A soft line drive to the right side that was cut by Jake Maiden, and he threw to first base for the double play. Doyle takes the first pitch on the outside corner. Strike 1 call. We're in the 4th, top of the 4th inning, and Corvallis has scored a couple to cut the deficit to 6. But they got a chance to get more here with the bases loaded. Now 2 away, and the pitch tried to hold up and went too far. It's strike 2 calls. They appeal down at first base, and umpire down there says yes, he went around. Oh, and 2 to Justin, and he takes the pitch outside, ball 1. Boy, this could have been a huge inning for Corvallis, and now Kessler is in position to get out of it with only 2 runs scoring. The right-hander comes set, fires, and the ball is fouled straight back. Count stays at 1-2. Franklin Leonard, the center fielder, waiting on deck. Sportsman's Warehouse has everything for your camping, hunting, or fishing excursion. Get to Sportsman's Warehouse today and stock up before heading outdoors. Sportsman's Warehouse, take it outside, which is where we are here at Legion Field, and watching some good baseball here at the state tournament. That's fouled back to the screen, and the count stays at 1-2. Coming up today, Medford and Mid-Valley in the championship round, and Roseburg and Hillsborough in the elimination round tonight at 7. 1-2 pitch, that's fouled back to the screen, off of the roof and back out onto the field, and the count staying at 1-2. So Doyle giving him a workout. Doyle's the 8th man to come up in the inning. Kessler is set again, delivers the pitch, and it is a little bit high for a ball, 2-2. Almost had him. He'll try it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch on the way, and it is a little bit low for a ball, 3-2. Just to add a little drama to it. Runners will be taken off with a pitch, and a base hit could score a couple. 3-2 pitch. Called, strike 3, struck him out. And he was headed for first base. He thought he had the walk and another run, but Doyle is called out on strikes, and that'll retire Corvallis in the 4th, and they get only 2 runs out of that on 1 base hit. No errors, and they leave 3 on base. And our score after 3.5 is Dallas 8, Corvallis 2. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 4th inning coming up here. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua Valley.
You're watching coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Broadcast coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua Valley, building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians.
Bottom of the fourth inning for the Dallas Dirtbags, and leading it off, Tristan Fergus, the first baseman. The first pitch to him called strike one on the outside corner. 0-1 from Hunter Johnson. Right-hander on the mound for Corvallis. I think that's still Hunter. Yep. And the pitch just missed outside for a ball, 1-1. A ball and a strike on Tristan Fergus, leading off for Dallas. Bottom of the fourth. And there's a high fly ball to left field. Back pretty deep. Back goes Killen to the warning track, and he drops the ball. And it'll be a one-baser. Fergus is still standing at first base. I'm not sure he was running real hard on that. I don't know what happened. No, he's limping a little bit. That's what happened. He's going to come out of the game. Maybe he tripped or something happened over there. That was hard to fathom that he was still at first base, but he's coming out limping.
Batting next to DH, Earhart.
And we've got a pinch runner at first base, and I didn't catch his number. And the numbers are only on their backs. And at the plate, it'll be Treve Earhart. So the pinch runner on at first base for Fergus, who is the first baseman. So I don't know if he's going to be able to continue. Here's a bouncing ball down the first base side, foul off of Earhart's bat, and it'll roll into foul territory. It's strike one. See if we can catch a number on our pinch runner there at first base. 23. And who is that?
Where do you want to go first there, Bob? I'll follow you.
All right, ready with the one strike pitch to Earhart. Johnson looks at first base, the lead over there, and bunts at the ball and fouls it off at the plate, and it's strike two.
Hey, folks, it's 50-50 time.
He took that. I think that was a missed call because he bunted at it. The umpire called it a ball. Actually, I thought he'd fouled it off, but it's a ball. It's 1-1. Johnson with a stretch and throws, and that's fouled down the third baseline. Oh, one-handed grab by the coach in the third base box. Good hands. Count stays at 1-2.
One ticket for $1, three for $2, and 9 tickets for $5. When you see the commissioners coming around, just raise your hand and they'll come take care of it.
All right, a ball and 2 strikes on Earhart. Runner off at first base gets a pretty good sized lead. And Johnson at set and throws over to first and dive back in there. Throws not in time. Braden Allison waiting on deck. And then Peter Mendozona. Dirtbags lead 8-2. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. And a pitch is popped into right field, and the right fielder Hall has the beat on it and makes the catch for the out. Thought that was going foul, but it stayed in fair territory.
With one out, the batter is left fielder Braden Allison.
And Ryan Hall makes the play for out number 1, and that brings up Braden Allison, who has a single in 2 tries. He'll hit from the left side. A lot of left-handed hitters in this Dallas lineup. Dirtbags lead 8-2 with a runner at first, now with 1 out. The first pitch, a little bit outside for ball 1. One and 0 count. The runner with a good lead at first base and draws the throw over and dives back in. Eight runs on 10 hits for the Dirtbags and no errors. Here's the pitch, and that's popped up to center field. Leonard calls for it way up there, shading his eyes, and he'll make the catch for the out. Couple of fly balls to the outfield after the leadoff single by Fergus. And we've got 2 away.
Third baseman Peter Mendozona.
Runner at first is Ricky Taylor. And the batter, Peter Mendozona, third baseman, walked and hit into a fielder's choice. 0 for 1. Comes up with 2 outs and a runner at first. The pitch on the way, and a slow curve is way outside. Ball 1. Logan Williams diving out into that left-hand batter's box to catch that one. From the stretch, Johnson looks over at first base, throws to the plate, and misses outside again. Ball 2. Medford and Mid-Valley coming up, 2 unbeaten teams. Both won their first-round games yesterday. That's supposed to start at 4 if this one gets over in time. Johnson delivers the pitch, and that's way outside, and another good stop by Logan Williams, who had to go well into the left-hand batter's box to get that one. And this is the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Mendozona went 0 for 3 in yesterday's game for Dallas. He had a fly to center and a fly to right and safe on an error on the shortstop. He went to all 3 areas of the field. Takes the pitch on the inside corner for a strike call. 3-1. Mendozona with a walk and a fielder's choice in this one. Taylor off at first base. 3-1 count. And a long stretch by Johnson. Still looking. Now he throws, and it's outside. Ball 4. So the Dirtbags with runners at first and second. 2 away, and it brings up the top of the batting order in Blake Aratola.
It brings up the top of the order, the batter, number 20, Blake Aratola.
Aratola with a double last time and scored a run. He was safe on an error in the first inning and scored a run. And he grounded back to the mound in the first inning. The Dirtbags scored 4 in that first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and trying to get another one here in the fourth. Scored in every inning so far, and the first pitch to Aratola, over for strike 1 call. Outfield medium depth for Aratola in left and center, and in pretty close in right field. Johnson with that long stretch. Another look at second. Kicks slowly, throws to the plate, and the curve is over for strike 2. Oh and 2 on Blake Aratola.
Raise your hand if you're wanting a 50-50 ticket or 2 or 6.
Boy, it's not cooling down at all. Warm and muggy here in Roseburg today. Johnson with a stretch. Another long look at second. Throws to the plate. Curve is outside for a ball, 1-2. Dirtbags threatening here with runners at first and second, but 2 away. Johnson trying to get out of this with no damage. Here's the stretch by the right-hander. He throws and the ball's popped up on the right side, and it will be off the screen and out of play. Long run for Logan Williams, who was getting close to the ball, but it came off the netting on the right side, just short of the Corvallis dugout. So 1-2 count, 2 away. Hunter Johnson trying to get out of a little bit of a jam after he gave up a single to the leadoff man, Tristan Fergus. Then got 2 outs, now first and second, and the pitch is low for a ball, 2-2. Corvallis won the state championship in 03, in 1990, and 1978. They won the regionals in those 3 years. Which means they also won the state championship. That pitch is outside for a ball, and the count has run full on Aratola, 3-2. Dallas has never won a state championship. The Dirtbags never have. 35-10 for the year. The 3-2 pitch. Runners first and second. They'll take off on the pitch, and there they go, and the pitch is high and inside for ball 4. And that'll load the bases, and so the Dirtbags have a chance to break loose again with a base hit as Derek Mabin comes up. And we'll have a conference between the coach at third base and the home plate umpire. And I don't know what they're discussing, but whatever it is, the conference is over, and the coach back to the... Actually, he walks over towards his dugout and yells something to his players, and then heads back to the third base coaching box. Runners at every base and 2 away, and Derek Mabin is the batter. He had a triple in the second inning and scored a run. Here's the pitch to him, and he takes it high, ball 1. This, if you're Hunter Johnson, this is probably a good time to start throwing strikes. One-0 pitch on the way, and it's on the inside corner for a strike. 1-1. Johnson has walked 2 in the inning. And still nobody has scored, though he still has a chance to get out of it. He won't. It'll be lined into left center to left field for a base hit. One run across. The second one comes in, and it's a 2-run single for Derek Mabin. And that makes it 10-2. And with a 2-out rally, the Dirtbags stretch it out to an 8-run lead again. So Mabin has 2 hits now, has scored a run and driven in 2. Fergus, or not Fergus, but the pinch runner, Ricky Taylor, scores from third base. Mendozona scores from second base. Aratola is at second and Mabin at first. And here is Anthony Zellner. 8-run lead. And the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Zellner singled in the first inning, popped to short in the second, and grounded out to first base unassisted in the third. Left-handed hitter, waiting for the 1-strike pitch. Johnson delivers, and it's right down the middle, strike 2. Oh, and 2 count to Zellner, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. if the Dirtbags are able to get 2 more, you're looking at a possible 10-run rule here. But with 2 outs, Johnson still with a chance to get out of this. He throws, and it's dripped into right field, but right there is the right fielder Hall, and he makes the catch for the out. 2-strike pitch, and Zellner jumped on it, but lines out to right, and that'll retire the Dirtbags in the 4th inning. They go down with 2 runs in the inning on 2 base hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. And so our score, after 4 complete, it's now the Dirtbags 10 and Corvallis 2. We'll be back with the top of the 5th inning coming up. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We're here until a champion is crowned. Follow every game from the state tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. And don't worry if you missed a game. Find our broadcasts archived online as well. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
Corvallis will send up Franklin Leonard, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, to start off the top of the 5th inning. The Marketmen had a chance to break open a big inning in the 4th, but they came up with only 2 runs out of that, and so they still trailed by 8, 10-2. And the first pitch to Leonard is in for a strike call, 0-1 from right-hander Eric Kessler, who's gone 4 innings, given up 2 runs on 3 hits. The next pitch comes inside to Leonard for a ball, 1-1. Leonard flied to center in his only trip to the plate. Kessler has his sign, the motion delivers, and it's hit into right field for a base hit. And picked up by Jackson Holstead, and the Marketmen have the leadoff man on again. And they have had every inning except the first. Only in the 4th were they able to get anybody across the plate, and they got 2 runs out of that. Thanks to a couple of bases-loaded walks. All right, that brings up the top of the batting order. Sean Little, the designated hitter, with a single and scored a run in the 4th and flied to center in the 1st. Number 18 is a pinch hitter. That is Roy Williams. Williams takes the first pitch over at the knees for strike 1. Roy is from Corvallis High School. There's the stretch, and a throw over to first base is not in time and dug out of the dirt over there by the new first baseman, Logan Graber, who came on in place of Tristan Fergus. And the pitch is a little outside for a ball, pretty close, but just missed. And Williams takes it for a ball, 1-1. There's the pitch to him on the way, and a breaking pitch over about letter high, strike 2. Roy Williams pinch hitting for Sean Little, a designated hitter. And the pitch popped up in the infield, way up there. The third baseman, Mendozone, is under it, and he's got it for the out. And there's one away. That'll bring up Azell Bumpus. Bumpus has flied to left and walked and scored a run. Another promising start for Corvallis with Franklin Leonard, the number 9 hitter, getting the base hit to right field. But now with one away and one on. And the infield drops back and looks for a double play. Jake Maiden, second base, playing over to the right, and the ball is ripped over Maiden's head and into right center field. And here goes the runner for third base, and he will go in there standing up, and down to second base goes Bumpus, who slides in ahead of the shortstop. Nobody was covering the bag, so the shortstop, Derek Maiden, tried to hustle back over there to tag him, but didn't get there in time. And so good hustle by Bumpus to put runners at second and third. So Leonard's on at third. Bumpus goes to second. A single, and then goes to second on the throw. And Grant Carley will be the batter. Fly to right and single up the middle. Now a chance to get a couple of runs back if he can get a base hit. Down by 8. Here's the stretch by Kessler, and his pitch on the way, and it's low for a ball. 1-0 to Grant Carley. And quickly out to the mound goes Anthony Zellner to talk to his pitcher, and now he's back. Legion Baseball brought to you in part by Clint Newell Auto Group, helping bring it your way. Your local Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Toyota dealer. Clint Newell Auto Group. Eric Kessler staring in for the sign. Must have had a lot of signs. Here comes the pitch, and he throws it low for a ball. 2-0. He ran into some problems with the walks in the last inning. Walked 3 batters in that inning. Now with runners at second and third, and he throws, and it's low for a ball. 3-0. Now in danger of loading him up with the cleanup hitter coming up next. James Anderson came up last inning with the bases loaded and nobody out in front of him and walked in a run. Fastball over at the letters, strike 1. Eric Kessler out of Dallas High School. He's got another year there, actually. He'll graduate next year. He throws, and the pitch is a little bit low, and I think I would have appealed to the first base umpire, but there's not one over there. He might have gone around on that one, but it's ball 4. And so that loads the bases again for the cleanup hitter. And here comes the coach out to the mound, and that might be it. They might be making a change here.
Take a look at it.
Although there's nobody in the bullpen.
You'll see an Abby's Pizza advertisement.
And maybe they're just having a little
And when you find that, look for a
little pep talk or a strategy conference out on the mound.
Come up here and get a giant Abby's Pizza.
Legion Baseball brought to you in part by Tim's Appliance and Mattress. Tim's Appliance Outlet Store at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg.
Anyway, if you have that, come on up here to the press box.
Great to have them along and bringing you Legion Baseball from the state tournament this year in Roseburg. And the conference is over. Everybody heads back to their spot. And James Anderson, the cleanup hitter, steps in with the bases loaded in front of him for the second time in a row. And a chance to get Corvallis back in this. The Marketmen trail by 8, 10-2. We're in the top of the 5th inning. And here comes the pitch, low and away for ball 1. Walked in a run in the 4th inning. He walked and then was doubled off in the 2nd inning. Marketmen have had the leadoff man on for 4 innings in a row. The only inning they didn't was the first when they went down in order. They haven't gotten much out of that. Fastball at the knees for a strike, 1-1. A ball and a strike with one out. Anderson trying to bring him back a little closer. Kessler delivers, and it's popped up straight up in the air, and everybody looking up for it, and the pitcher is the one that ends up taking it. Kessler makes the catch. The catcher looked up at it, and he went, whoa, what do I do? I'm not sure he really saw that ball when it went up.
Logan Williams.
And that's the second out. A good play by the pitcher, Eric Kessler, to make the play on it. And that's 2 away with still the bases loaded. And they get a big out there with the cleanup hitter. And now Logan Williams, the catcher, is the batter. 10-2. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Williams popped out to left and walked in a run. Right-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher. Pops it up behind the plate, and another chance for Zellner. Comes back for it. Oh, he doesn't look very sturdy, but he catches the ball. And, man, he was having a hard time picking that one up. So Zellner hangs with it and makes the play on it for out number 3 to retire the side. And in the inning for Corvallis, it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and the bases left loaded. We go to the bottom of the 5th with the score, Dallas 10, Corvallis 2. And you're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion State Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Find more tournament information like scores, stats, game recaps, and updated schedules online at 541radio.com. Here's a look at the games on today's broadcast schedule. Remember, every game from the state tournament will be broadcast on 541radio.com. Tournament coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
Yeah, there you go. Back at Legion Field, we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning with Dallas Dirtbags leading over Corvallis 10-2, and 2 runs here would end the game. So Hunter Johnson for Corvallis has got to keep the runners off the bases, or this game could end early. And it looks like it is a new pitcher on the mound for Corvallis. That looks like 17. And that, according to my program, is Bumpus, who was at second base. So Bumpus on the mound in relief of Hunter Johnson. Johnson ends up, he came in the second inning, so he ends up going 3 innings. And he gave up 6 hits.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for Dallas, number 11.
And 2, 3, 4, 5 runs in that time. He had no strikeouts and 2 walks. Is that right? Let's see. 1, 2. Nope, 3. 3 walks and a hit batter. All right. Roy Williams is at second base after he came in to pinch hit. And we're ready to go. And leading off for the Dirtbags is Jackson Holstad, who takes the pitch away for ball 1, 1-0. Holstad with a triple in the first inning, hit by a pitch in the second, and drove in a run with a ground out to the mound in the third. Pitch goes way outside to him for ball 2. So he's 1 for 2, scored 2 runs. And ahead on the count, 2-0. Pitch is popped up down the third base line and out of play, and that will run the count to 2-1. So did I have the right number there? It should be Tristan Fergus that is on the mound now for, no, I'm sorry, I got the wrong team there. It is Bumpus on the mound, and he throws and misses for ball 3, and it's 3-1. So Azel Bumpus on the bump. And a pitch is fouled off. Big cut by Holstad, and it's strike 2. Full count to him. 3-2 leading off the bottom of the 5th inning. The Dirtbags need 2 runs to end it. They've scored in every inning. 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. Bumpus looks in for his sign. Now he's ready, and here it comes. Way inside for ball 4, and the leadoff man on. So Bumpus gives up his first walk.
Up next, number 7, Jake Maven.
And that's the 6th walk of the game for Corvallis pitchers. Coming to the plate, Jake Maben, the second baseman. He's got a single and a double and fly to center. 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Pretty good day at the plate. Lead off at first by Holstad, and the first pitch is low for ball 1. Bumpus has got to hold him to 1 run or less in this inning to keep it going. Bumpus looks over at first, throws to the plate, and the pitch is popped down the right field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it is fair. And it'll be a single. Jackson Holstad stops at second. He had to hold up to see if it was going to be caught. And Maben on at first base with his 3rd hit of the game. A bloop down the right field line that dropped in just fair. And it's 1st and 2nd with nobody out, and Tristan Fergus would have been the batter, but it is not Fergus. It is
now batting for Dallas, number 21,
Logan Graber, who is batting. All right, Graber stands in from the right side of the plate. Maben at first, Holstad at second. If those 2 score, it's over. So Graber trying to keep it going for the Dirtbags, and he takes the pitch outside and low for ball 1. Fergus singled in the 4th inning. Tristan Fergus singled and then came out for a pinch runner and was replaced at first base. That pitch is on the outside corner for a strike call, 1-1. Was replaced at first base by Graber. 1 ball, 1 strike, 10-2. The Dirtbags lead with 2 on and nobody out. That bounces off the plate and back to the screen, and they'll move up to 2nd and 3rd. And now the game-ending run stands at second base. And a base hit, and it could be over. Boy, that one hit the front of the plate and just popped straight up in the air and back to the screen for ball 2. And Holstad is at third base, Maben at second. Graber with a chance to finish it off. Bottom of the 5th inning. That is, if the 10-run rule is in effect, and you never actually take these things for a certainty until it actually gets called. But here comes the pitch, and it's high and tight for a ball, 3-1. Three balls and a strike. A walk and a single have put the runners on, and now 3-1 to Logan Graber, and Graber hits the ball towards second base. Big hop comes up for Williams, throws to first and just got him. Now they have a runner off at second base, and a throw there, not in time. It goes into the outfield, and a run will come in from third. So the second baseman, Williams, makes the play on it, 4-3 for the out, but they get Maben off at second and throw the ball away, and that allows Holstad to come in from third, and now they just need 1 run to end it.
Number 4, Creedy Earhart.
It's now 11-2, and the error on the throwback to second base from the first baseman, Anderson, will be charged. And here is, let's see, is this Ricky Taylor? No, it is not. It's Earhart. Treve Earhart, who has 2 singles and a fly to right. That's way outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Ricky Taylor was the one who came in to pinch run for Fergus. A quick conference on the mound. Out to the mound goes Logan Williams to talk to his pitcher. Clint Newell Auto Group, your local Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Toyota dealer, and Great Legion Baseball sponsor in Douglas County. Williams is back behind the plate, and Bumpus ready to throw. Fires, and it's high and tight for a ball. 2-0. 3-0 make that. 3 balls and no strikes to Treve Earhart. Pitch on the way, and it's on the inside corner for a strike. 3-1. Base hit here can end it. Runner at second base, Jake Maben, would be the 12th run and would make it a 10-run game if he scores. Here comes the pitch, and it's inside for ball 4, and down to first base goes Earhart. So that'll set up a force play, or all the way around. Maben at second, Earhart at first, and here comes the coach out to the mound, and he might be making a pitching change here as Bumpus has run into problems here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Gave up the leadoff walk to Holstad, and then the single to Maben, and then an error allowed 1 run to score to make it a 9-run game, 11-2, and Bumpus comes out. And in from left field, is it Kyle Killen, I believe, is coming in to pitch. And with the score 11-2 in the bottom of the 5th, the Dirtbags just 1 run away from finishing this game. So we'll take a break. 11-2 Dirtbags over Corvallis. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua.
You're watching coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Broadcast coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua Valley, building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians.
All right, back at Legion Field, the new pitcher on the mound is Kyle Killen, who comes in from left field, and Nolan Jackson goes out to left. So the 4th pitcher for Corvallis against the Dallas Dirtbags, and the Dirtbags need 1 run to end the game and move on in the championship round. And the first batter that Killen will face is Braden Allison. He is the left fielder, and he has 1 hit in 3 tries. Popped to short and fly to center, and had a single in that first inning when they scored 4. Dallas has never trailed. They had 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. And now 1 here in the 5th, and 1 more will finish it off. Left-handed hitting Braden Allison. The first pitch bounces back to the screen, and that'll put that finishing run at third base. That moves up both runners. Maben goes to third. And Earhart to second. And a 1-0 count on Allison. And another wild pitch, and it's over. All right, Killen with the stretch and the pitch on the way, and that one is over for a strike call. Count even at 1-1. Maben at third base and got good speed. It wouldn't take much to get him across. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt, and a nice block by Williams saves the game, for the moment anyway. 11-2. Dirtbags have dominated this one. Corvallis got their only 2 runs in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch, and it's high for a ball. 3-1. And the ball gets away from the pitcher, and the shortstop alertly runs it down halfway between the mound and second. They're playing in close anyway, so it was a pretty easy grab for Grant Carley. Makes you a little nervous, though, when that guy's got speed at third base and just looking for something like that. Here comes the pitch on the way, and it's over, but high for ball 4. And Allison goes to first base, and Killen gives up his first walk.
Next batter is number 2, Peter Mendozona.
7th walk given up by Corvallis pitching, and the bases loaded, which is not necessarily a bad thing because the guys at first and second don't mean anything. It's the one at third that counts. And Peter Mendozona will be the batter, and he'll try to end it. 1 out with the bases loaded, and 1 run away from finishing it. High and away for ball 1. Mendozona walked and scored in the 4th inning, and in a walk here, and it's over. Killen delivers the pitch, and it's low and inside, ball 2. Two and 0 behind on the count to the number 9 hitter, Peter Mendozona, and the pitch. That one is in for a strike. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Infield back looking for a double play ball up the middle. Close on the corners. They go to the plate. Pitch is popped down the right field line. Back goes Hall for it. He'll make the catch, and this should score the run. Here comes a runner from third, and he scores on the sacrifice fly. Got it just deep enough, and the throw was late, and that will end the game. And it's a 10-run rule win for the Dallas Dirtbags. So it's a sacrifice fly for Mendoza and an RBI. And in the 5th inning for Dallas, they get the 2 runs they need to end it on 1 base hit. There was 1 error, and they leave 2 runners on base. So our final score, it is Dallas 12, Corvallis 2. And we'll be back to wrap it up here. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups in Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We're here until a champion is crowned. Follow every game from the state tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. And don't worry if you missed a game. Find our broadcasts archived online as well. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
On 5 hits. Welcome back to Legion Field and Bill Gray Stadium in Roseburg, and we'll wrap up the second game of the day today as the Dallas Dirtbags stay unbeaten and go to 2-0 in the tournament, and Corvallis drops to 1-1 with the loss today. For Dallas, the totals in the game: 12 runs on 12 hits, no errors, and 10 left on. They got 4 in the first inning, 3 in the second inning, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth. They scored in every inning. And Corvallis had the minimum number of batters through 3 innings, 9 batters. They went down in order in the first. They got a leadoff walk in the second, but then a double play, a leadoff single in the third, and then a double play. And then in the fourth, they finally broke through and had a chance for a huge inning, but ended up getting just 2 runs out of a bases loaded and nobody out situation. And it could have been much more, but they were not able to get much out of that. On 1 hit and 3 walks in that inning, they get 2 runs, and not enough, as Dallas just kept pouring it on. And then Corvallis with a little bit of a threat in the 5th inning. They get 3 runners on, but can't get anybody across. For the Dallas Dirtbags, Blake Aratola, the leadoff batter, had a double in 3 tries and scored 2 runs. Derek Mabin with a triple and a single, so he has 2 hits and scored a run. Anthony Zellner was 1 for 4 with a single and an RBI. Jackson Holstead had a triple, hit by a pitch, knocked in a run with a ground ball back to the mound, and then walked and scored. So he scored 3 runs and had the triple, so he had 1 hit. 3 hits for Jake Mabin, 3 for 4. And Tristan Fergus had a couple of hits, or make that 1 hit and 2 walks before he came out with an injury and was not able to come back in and play at first base. So he was 1 for 1 in the game, and then Logan Graber came in and batted the last time in that spot. Treve Earhart had 2 singles and a walk, and Braden Allison with a single in 3 at-bats, and Peter Mendozona had 2 walks and a sacrifice fly, so he was 0 for 1 with an RBI. So the Dirtbags pound out 12 hits in this one, and they win it on the 10-run rule 12-2 and advance to the championship round with a 2-0 mark in the tournament. And the losing pitcher, the starter for Corvallis, Ethan Krupp, who gave up 5 runs in the first inning, and then 1 more in the 4 runs in the first and 1 more in the second. He was relieved by Hunter Johnson, then Azal Bumpus, and Kyle Killen pitched the last 2 batters and got the final out. Not the final out, but he got an out, and that was the final out, but it was only the second one of the inning because the game-ending run scored there. So Corvallis drops into that loser's bracket and into an elimination game for tomorrow, and the schedule not quite set yet. It kind of depends on how Roseburg does tonight. The host team always plays in the 7 o'clock game, but as it looks right now, Dallas will play the winner of the Medford and Mid-Valley game, which is coming up here in a little bit. And Corvallis will go into, let's see, this is loser of game 8. So they will play Salem tomorrow, and it's scheduled for 4 o'clock, but that could change depending on everything else. That is the way it looks right now anyway. So Corvallis and Salem tomorrow in a loser-out game. So again, the totals in this one, it was Dallas with 12 runs, 12 hits, and no errors, and 10 runners left on base in the 5-inning game, and Corvallis with 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, and 6 runners left on base, 3 in the 4th inning and 3 more in the 5th inning when they started to get something going, but it kind of fizzled out with just a couple of runs there. So the Marketmen dropped to 1-1, and Dallas to 2-0 in the tournament. And Dallas, by the way, will play again the winner of the Medford Mid-Valley game, which is scheduled for 7 o'clock tomorrow night. But if Roseburg wins the elimination game, they would play in that 7 o'clock game, and Dallas would play probably at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's going to do it for this one. We'll get ready for the next game coming up here. Glad you could join us, and want to remind you that look for Sportsman's Warehouse at this year's Douglas County Fair for your chance to win a new Smith & Wesson M&P 15 rifle. Get ready for the hunting season with Sportsman's Warehouse and take it outside. And also try Little Caesars Pizza. They have a large 5-meat pizza with extra cheese for only $9, hot and ready to pick up from 4 to 8 p.m. every day. So that'll do it from Legion Field for now. We'll have another game coming up here in about a half an hour or so. And that one will be the Medford and Mid-Valley game. So if you can join us for that one, we'll be right back here at Legion Field. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion State Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups, and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. I'm Dan Bain. We'll see you after a while.